President Biden is 81 years old. Donald Trump is 77. Together, they are the oldest people ever to seek the presidency. And that has raised a lot of questions in the minds of voters and in the minds of experts, people who study aging, on what kind of information we should know about their health, not only now, but going forward for the next several years. It's really stark how important voters view this issue. Because we get so little information about their actual health from medical professionals, what voters are left to judge them by are what we see. And what we see from both President Biden and former President Trump are these kind of stumbles and memory gaffes. When I talked to a lot of the medical experts on aging, they all said, look, you can't really judge a person's mental competency by these little snippets. What you would really want is some cognitive testing. But of course, neither candidate in their campaign is willing to do that kind of testing or tell us that they've done it or release any sort of results from that. Once you get past 80, things can change really quickly, right? Oftentimes, once you get to this age, you're fine and you're fine and you're fine, and then suddenly you're not fine. In President Biden's case, the impact of his public appearances is probably the thing that's driving questions about his health the most. The slow gait, the mumbles. There were instances over the last couple of years where the president forgot that somebody that he's trying to see in the audience had already passed away.
Representative Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here.
For former President Trump, it's essentially the same dynamic. This is a guy who doesn't shy away from the camera. But I think that what people have seen, maybe even increasingly over the last couple of years, is just these kind of flubs and factual mistakes. He's trying to make a point during the primaries about Nikki Haley, his opponent, making a reference to January 6th. He actually meant Nancy Pelosi.
By the way, they never report the crowd on January 6th. Nikki Haley.
What voters are trying to kind of deduce with not all that much information is, okay, I see President Biden, I see former President Trump now at 81 and 77, but I also need to be concerned with year 2, 3, 4 of the next term. There isn't anything that's going to be able to predict the future.